What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Hector T, and today is another follow-up video for the 3D printing stuff that we've been doing. Which, of course, before we begin, if you guys like these videos, just, let me know what you think in the comments. Give me some like and shares, and hit that subscribe button. Let me know. Let me know if this is something that, that you guys like enjoying watching me do. Besides, the other videos that I have on here. So, yeah, so if you're not subscribed, get subscribed, hit the bell notifications, that way you get notifications when I upload new videos. But anyways, let's get into this video. Like I said, it's just a quick little, video, continuing with the 3D printing stuff. So, on our last video, I don't even remember if this is in there. So after last video, I've been playing with the settings and stuff a little bit, just a little bit, looking up different ways of how other people are printing and stuff. So, and then I also have I had a PETG filament that I was using. So with the bed that I have, it's a glass bed, but it's got this weird covering, like this stuff on top of it that's like painted on, kind of, if you will. It's like a weird kind of vinyl on top of the glass. Now, the PLA, I have absolutely no problem with adhesion onto the glass. The PETG, however, I'll admit, and you're gonna see how it came out in a little bit, just a few minutes here. But the PETG, I did find it does not adhere very well at all to my base there, my glass top. So what I've been using, and I found helpful, it's Scotch Super 77 multi-purpose adhesive. I've been using this stuff for a long time, for many different projects that I do. Cricut projects I've been doing this with, and so on, other crafting stuff. I haven't really shown it, but I use this behind the scenes with a lot of adhesion. And I found that it works very well when I'm using PETG. So I'll spray a light layer on, and I'll let it dry for about like 5 minutes, and then I'll turn on the printer and get everything preheated. And it works great because the base will heat up to, I think I have it set to like 80 degrees Celsius for the PETG, and even at that temperature, like I haven't even adjusted it since using the glue, but at that temperature, it doesn't liquefy the glue, but it heats it up to a point where it's not melting and it's not liquefying, but the adhesion is insane. So the only drawback to that, is when you go to take it off, I've let it cool down completely, and then it gets hard, the glue gets hard, and then the filament gets a little bit hard, and I gotta scrape it off. But while it's still warm, pouring a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on it does the trick perfectly. Yeah, so I'll leave a little link to this, because you can buy it online for cheap. Yeah, so I'll leave a link in the description for that. But yeah, so some more 3D prints that I've gotten done. For those of you that follow me on TikTok, you've seen them there. If you don't follow me on TikTok. I do some short videos on there about the prints. But here's one that I did out of PLA material, and this one, it's pretty sturdy. I like how sturdy it is. The problem with this, it took a lot of filament and a lot of time because it was oriented this way. It started like this, but the only points on the base were literally this little corner, so that wouldn't have been enough. And for some reason, it didn't really make good support beams. I'm still using the auto-generate option. So I had it like this, so all here in the middle was full of support material. So it was all like there, and I'll tell you, it's a pain in the butt taking it out like that without breaking the mask, because the mask is only like I want to say 20% infill. So it's not solid. No. And like you can see, I still have some in there. I still have to get out of it. But there was a huge chunk. So there's definitely a lot out. But yeah, so I've been smoothing it. I've been using sandpaper to smooth it because you could feel the layers. And somebody told me to do like a brown color and try to wood stain it. And it'll be like a wooden mask. Which I might try that. But just not this first one. But I might try that again. I get another spool of PLA. But yeah, so this one I've been sanding, and I've been testing different ways of sanding it. And so far so good. I have a little nick there, but it's a little battle scar. I'll paint a little scar on there. But yeah, so far I've been sanding this because I want to paint this and just see how it comes out. And of course on TikTok you'll see more in-depth videos there of me painting and sanding this, because TikTok I can only do like a minute video, so it's just little quick snippets. But yeah, so this came out very well. It took almost 23 hours to print. It was insane. So then after doing that, I have the little Naruto statue. And this one I need to reprint this because the way it printed out originally, the orientation was this way. So it had a ton of support material on the bottom, which ended up messing up the back. Because you could see here where it was loose filament and it's kind of stringy because it was just resting on the support beams. And then of course the support, taking off the support because it got stuck into the actual filament parts here, and ended up breaking his bandana a little bit. But yeah, so the rest of it looks pretty good. It's pretty solid, it's smooth, it's detailed. It's nice. You can see his whiskers, his symbol, everything. You know, gotta clean up the eyes a little bit, but yeah. But overall, even his name came out really well. Overall, I want to say it's a pretty good quality. But like I said, I wanna try printing it this way, printing from the ground up. So I'm gonna reprint it that way and see how it comes out. And one thing I will say is that this has 2 layers, two coats of paint on it. I used a gray primer coat, just a flat gray primer, and then I used a metallic silver metal finish spray on this, and these are just like, you know, the regular canned sprays that you pick up like at Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot, and it surprisingly, you know, it looks really well, and I like it a lot because the paint, obviously when you're using those spray paints, it's gonna build onto it, because, you know, they could get thick depending on how much of a thickness the layer that you spray onto it. And like, I like how it filled in quite a bit. Now, I have seen people use a mixture of paint and what was it? There's something else. I forget the name. I'll caption it here because I'll remember while I upload it. So it's gonna be captioned here. But yeah, so they make a mixture of it, and it fills in. It thickens the paint more, and it fills in the you know, the grooves and stuff. But honestly, just paint alone, since it's completely dried and cured, you can see the layers a bit, especially going from the front because it printed upwards. You can see the layers, but it's incredibly smooth. Like, it is nice and smooth. It's very nice. Like, the quality is definitely there. It's very nice. But like I said, I want to try printing it up this way, so you don't see all the lines, because like his eyes look kind of funny, because then it looks like there's pupils here, the top layers of his eyes. It kind of looks kind of weird when you look at it. It's like, ooh, those weird, like, hypnotizing glasses, the spinny, that's kind of how his eyes look. But yeah, so this one was really good. This one took a lot of filament. But this one surprisingly took less time. I think this one only took like 19 or 20 hours to make. But again, this one was a little bit tuned. I tuned the settings a little bit on this one. But yeah. So in here. So definitely I'm definitely getting a bit better with the PLA, because going from this to this, smooth. Things are getting smoother now. Yeah, so that's the PLA. Now the PETG, which I find is definitely harder. What I found that I had to do, obviously heat up the hot end and the base to higher temperatures. The hot end, I print the first few layers at 250, and then following that is 245. And then of course the base starts at 80 and then cools to 70. But the movement speed, I found having it on regular movement was terrible. Regular movement was just no good at all for PLA. Found that really quickly before I even started looking it up, and I should have looked it up first. But yeah. So I have a couple of different prints here, and I'm gonna show you them. And like I said, if you follow me on TikTok, you'll see these prints probably a lot faster than here on YouTube, just because it's easier to get them on TikTok than it is on YouTube. But this was the very first print for a statue bust that I made. And this one was before using glue. As you can tell, it's not flat at all. Completely warped. To the point where, and I left this for like an hour or two. I want to say an hour. And I came back to look at it. Sure enough, it was moving around, and this part was stuck in the hot end needle. So that's what it literally just gooped a bunch of filament together and made a little puddle on top of it. And it's terrible. So this was the very first attempt with PLA or PETG. Then my second attempt was this one. Now this one I put a glue stick on and tried it, and of course it got all the way this far up the torso, and again warped. I know it's hard to see it on camera, but it's warped enough, came off, and then it started dragging it around. And this is as far as it got. Now this one came out really solid, but this was after a day of printing. Like, I set it in the afternoon, went to sleep, checked back on the morning, and I saw it dragging it around, and there really wasn't that much stringy. So, this was a day. This had like 40% infill, which maybe is too much. Because, like, this felt really weird, so I'm like, oh, let me increase the infill. It's very solid. Like, very solid. Yeah. Probably a hammer I could break it, but yeah. And then of course the sword pieces fell off. But yeah, so it's really good so far, but like again, there was no adhesion. So that's when I used the spray. And this was the next part. Now this happened, this almost made it. But this one failed for 2 reasons. 3 reasons. So, this solid base, solid. Not so solid. This one stuck perfectly. I had perfect adhesion, thanks to the glue. But the layers were just terrible. And you could see it. It's really... It's pretty stringy in there, and the layers are very light. And the reason for that, this was at 10% infill, just trying to speed up the process. Mind you, I did this in about an hour, so I can't complain. But the the layers for some reason got really thin. The infill is very, very spaced out. And the layer adhesion is trash. Like, it just falls right apart. Like, yeah, you just peel it apart. And then here's on the body of the character. All this mess, all these strings around here are from the support material. So I printed it with the support material, thinking it would need it because under here, the underhang here. And of course, as you look at it, you know, it's got some detail. You know, it's got a little detail, but it's got a whole bunch of little strings everywhere. And then, of course, on the inside, and you can squeeze it. It's no good. Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that, guys. Got a little carried away. But, yeah, so, no good. No good at all. But, fourth time the charm, here is the finished result. This right here is my masterpiece so far. Because this is PETG, it's incredibly smooth. The layers are just laid on there perfectly. Like, this is the smoothest I've ever thought I could get it. And it is perfect. Like, I have not touched this up. This is not even paint. This is the color of the filament. And it's perfect. And what's even better is I did this with no support. I looked up the file, I looked at the creator's page and everything, and apparently he makes a lot of figurines and busts that you don't require support because he builds them in a way that the machine's able to build them effectively. And I'm like, you know what? Let me trust what he says. And sure enough, no support material needed. It's just all filament went to the character. Now, on here, admittedly, you know, my machine's not perfect yet, so it's still just a little bit of bubbly, so I'll smooth that down. But everything else is perfect. Like look at the detail. It's beautiful. Like, you can see it's a 3D print. You can see, you know, there's layers, but when you feel it, you don't feel the layers. It's solid. It's a solid piece of plastic toy. So, solid. So this came out perfect. This is my masterpiece so far. I keep dropping the camera. I'm so sorry, guys. Keep dropping. Let me put this there so that way it kind of holds it up. So yeah, so far, and you could definitely see the difference between the PLA and the PETG. Like, don't get me wrong, this is smooth too. I have not sanded it. But you can see that this is definitely more smoother. It's almost like a resolution, if you will. Like, this is much sharper, higher resolution than this one. So, I mean, maybe that's how it was when it was created. I don't know. But honestly, I can't really say that because I was looking at the pixel density and the triangulations of the models in 3D space, and they're not squared off PS1 Tomb Raider models. But yeah, so this is the end result of all of that, and that's PETG. Now, I would say, oh, Jesus, I would say I could probably easily get 3 of these out of one 1 kilogram spool of PETG, as long as you do it right every time. Possibly a 4th, but on my spool, because I've gone through so much wasted filament, I would not be able to do another one of these right now. Yeah, all this wasted filament, and yeah. But, like I said, it is what it is. It's a learning process, you know, so it's just one of those things. You just, once you get it, then you keep going. So I'm definitely going to get more PETG to do more prints. I definitely have to finish this. I'm going to finish the rest of it in PLA for the whole helmet. But that's going to take me some time because the helmet is like 1, 2, 3, 4 more pieces, but the whole back part all the way around is one piece, so I might see if I could splice it up, make it easier for me to print. And then, of course, sanding it, which, like I said, follow me on TikTok, there's going to be more in-depth about the sanding and stuff. I'll be able to, I mean, I might do a video here about it, but it's going to be fast. It's going to be on TikTok probably already by the time this video is uploaded to YouTube. So that's why I say follow me on TikTok, because you'll see more stuff faster than it comes here onto YouTube. And my TikTok is the same exact handle name as my YouTube. It's at Hector T Talks on literally every platform: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all my platforms, Hector T Talks. But yeah, so I'll have a link for the description for this, so you guys can get some. And then I'll be sure to switch back out to PLA, and I want to see if some of the settings that I use for PETG can apply to PLA to help improve the quality of PLA. And I'm kind of excited to see that. But yeah, so this is, like I said, this was just a quick follow-up video of more printing and stuff. And I also have I have Blender on my computer now, which I used to have, but my computer died, so I finally got a new computer, so I can do different things. So I might even get into building stuff on Blender to print out, so that might be a thing. But yeah, so follow me for more. I have, like I said, more 3D print stuff I'm going to be doing. I have some videos I actually have to upload, which are currently uploading right now as I make this video, for a new car project that I have, that I'm working on, that if you follow me on TikTok, you would have seen it. So make sure you guys follow me on TikTok. But yeah, so that I'm excited for. So 2020 was like the spawning of all this stuff, because I was just getting into motion of getting into it. And then now 2021, this is the year we're going to do. I'm going to be doing a lot of big things. I'm going to continue with my Cricut stuff, making my vinyl stuff. You will see more of that. Actually, no, I don't have that on here. That's also on TikTok. I might start doing those videos too. So yeah, follow me, guys. Follow me. I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing. It's gonna be very interesting. And of course, like you guys already do, you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and fill up my inbox. You guys already do that every day. I love it. Keep it coming. You know me. If you look through my videos, you see I respond to everything. Every question, every answer for you. Like, everything. I love it. I love the feedback, guys. I'm not a big channel. I don't have a big channel, so I'll see all your notifications. I'll see everything that comes in, and I'll respond to it. But yeah, so, like I said, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit that bell icon. Get notified. And follow me on TikTok, at Hector T Talks. I'll have a little thing here. And, I might even try to make an end link for it. Or just, I'll put it in the description too. I'll put it everywhere. But yeah, so go ahead and keep up with me. I'm going to post as much as I can. And like I said, I got a lot of stuff going on, so I hope to see you everywhere. I hope to see you guys on TikTok and Instagram. I'm going to start posting on Instagram again. And yeah, so yeah, I'm excited. You guys should get hyped. Let's get hyped. Let's do this. It's a learning adventure. It's fun. And we'll see you in the next video.